This is July 14th, 2019. Happy birthday, Dad. We thought it'd be interesting for us to show you some of the things around our house that are important to us. And we've got a couple of things that you might even remember. So we're going to start by showing you the front of the house. And as the camera is zooming across, I want to see if you can remember that tree that you and I planted together. It's semi-famous here at our house. We call it the Opaw Oak. So see if you can pick that out.
You ready to narrate? Go for it.
Okay, so you're just gonna... Okay, as Linda is panning across the house, there is one tree in particular. It's actually I believe it's the tallest tree on our property. And you and I planted this several years ago. I think when we planted it, it was probably close to a 2 or 3 inch diameter tree. And now this thing has grown and it's probably closer to 18 inches in diameter. We have a number of oaks that are in our front yard. That one that we call the Opaw Oak is unique. There's no other tree on our property like it. We have other oaks, but none of them are the same as the Opaw Oak. All right, so here it is. I don't know if you remember or not, but I mean you can see how big this thing is in the base. When you and I planted it, I don't know if you remember, but it was more about like 2, maybe 3 inches in diameter. And you can see right down here, the root of the tree is bigger than when you and I planted it. So I'm proud of it. Linda's proud of it also. This is probably one of our favorite trees. And isn't it magnificent? So this is an Oklahoma redbud, and this is a tree that Linda and I planted together when we first got married, and it had a rough first year. Half the leaves came off of it, but we think we've got it well established now. And of course, you know, redbuds get the kind of purplish, reddish blooms in the spring. This one had some, and looks like it's doing good this year. Alright, so this is the raised portion of our garden over here. The taller plants you're looking at, no, it's not where Christ was crucified. It's the blackberry plants. We had those I completely cut those down to about 3 inches off the ground last winter. And this is how much they've grown just this year. So we didn't get very many blackberries off them this year, but that means that next year we're probably going to get a ton of blackberries. These are some habanero pepper plants that we have. Probably the hottest in the world. I think there's a ghost pepper that's kind of the same thing. It's a habanero pepper. But as you can see, these things are loaded, and I've already picked 2.5 gallons off of these just a couple of weeks ago. But you can see they're covered in peppers.
Go.
These are the cayenne peppers. I think we just have, these are just 2 bushes over here, believe it or not. But you can see these are, and we haven't, this is the first time we've harvested any off these. But these are all cayenne peppers. Some of these have turned red, but even the green ones are going to be hot as well. Let me know when.
Go.
So I don't know if you can recognize the leaves on this or not. This is actually sweet potato, and in this bed I've planted three sweet potatoes, and they've taken over. This is the first year that we've done sweet potatoes. In this bed there's also some green pepper. Linda, I don't know if you can zoom in on some of this stuff, but
Yeah, there's some right there.
like this, you can see this plant right here. And that's just loaded. It's just loaded with green peppers. We've had a lot of rain this year, plus we irrigate the raised beds over here. And I don't know if you can show them, Linda, but right there, there's some peppers too that are already coming out. So everything's doing really well in this bed. In back of me is a different variety of the blackberries right here. And these kind of like to grow stringy and long, but when they produce fruit, they produce a lot. So we keep them healthy this year, then next year we should get a lot of production out of them.
Oh.
Okay, well, as you see, I can't keep up with everything, but this is the field that we just expanded this year. This is the one, I don't know if you remember, but I sent a picture earlier where I had done used the tiller and gone through here. So I've actually only done 2/3 of this. The third over here that's full of weeds, I still need to pull all of the rocks out of it. And right down here you can see this is just a sample of all the rocks that have been pulled out. That ditch goes down another foot or so. Linda, I don't know if you can bring it up here to show them. But there were so many rocks in here, I had to make a ditch here to throw all the rocks in there, and that goes down another 18 inches. So it's just full of rocks. But this is our new soil, it's native, and then I've been getting a lot of horse manure and wood shavings from the neighbor, and that's what's gone into this garden. We got the tomato plants, the marigolds, there's some pepper plants in here. We've got okra down at the far end. We have squash down at the far end. Up here in front is the goji bush. I sent Mother a picture of that the other day. That's supposed to produce some either black or red berries that are supposed to be really healthy for you. And we actually had more blossoms on this thing, about 2 weeks ago. But it's doing well, and it's a perennial, which means it's supposed to come up every year. We probably just need to protect it over winter. Hey, do you see that? It looks like we've got a deer in our yard.